Okay, hi. So, I've been complaining to my friends that my only talents are writing and drawing, which are not very performance arts. And then I remembered that I'm part of a writing club at my high school, or I graduated. And one of the things we did in this writing club was we did a slam poetry thing. And I used to write poems off and on because I had nothing better to do and I'm an angsty teenager. So I really got into slam poetry and I wrote about like 4 or 5 and they were really long and intense. But there was one that I actually used for a psych project. Actually I used all of them for a psych project. But there's one that I used for a psych project that I really like, and some of the things in this are pretty personal and pretty deep. But I thought, hey, I have social anxiety and I'm super introverted. Why not just embarrass myself in public in front of some of my closest friends before I go off to Tennessee in a few months? So here I am, and I have it semi-memorized, so I apologize if I start crying or stuttering or anything like that. But I'm shaking. Okay. When I was 11 years old, I sat on a bus and I said to someone, they were doing something dumb, "That's so gay." I went home and I said that to my brother when he fell on the floor and started laughing after a dumb joke. I said, "That's so gay." My mom overheard. She pulled me aside and she said, "Do you know your godfather?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "He has a husband." You don't say that. You don't say "that's so gay" when someone's being stupid. You say that when someone's being gay. It's not an insult, it's a term of existence. When I was 12, I discovered the internet. As most people do as a teenager, I discovered some weird parts of the internet. I discovered that there were gay things on the internet. I discovered there were gay writings on the internet. I became part of these gay writings on the internet. When I was 13, I discovered that 2 men could be intimate together, and I started reading and writing about that stuff a lot. It became a thing I did, and one day I was showing a video of this to my friend, and my dad saw, and he told me it was wrong, and I was afraid. But then the next day I got on and I did it again because for some reason it made sense to me that these 2 men were together and they were okay. When I was 14, I kissed a girl in a church bathroom. I dated this girl for 6 months and she left me because she said she felt nothing when we kissed. I didn't care. I liked girls, it was a fact. I moved on with my life. When I was 15, I came out to my whole guided study class and I told them, "Hey, I wouldn't date any guy, it doesn't matter what color of that man's skin, I wouldn't date any guy, I'm not interested at all." When I was 16, I discovered Sebastian and everything changed because that man looks good in a suit. And well, who might deny a man in a suit? But then I saw Haley Atwell and I was like, oh crap, she looks good too. When I was 17, I discovered that this girl I knew had a transgender mom, and I thought, okay, that's a bit weird, but I'll move on with my life. And then I started thinking, who am I, and what am I, and where do I belong, and what is my gender, and where am I? When I was 18, I wrote a poem about sexuality, and I wrote a poem about gender, and I started thinking that I wasn't a girl, and I started dressing as a guy, and I started saying I was a guy, but I knew I wasn't a guy, or maybe I was, but who knew? So I switched back and forth until I figured out that, yeah, I think I'm a guy and I think my name's Jeff, but that's okay. In a few months, I'm going to be 19 and I'm going to be in college and I'm going to join a fraternity and I'm going to grow a beard and I'm going to do some hormones and crap like that, and it's going to be okay because, you know, I'll be 19 then and that's the future, and I'll be a guy and it'll be great and I'll be fine. 1 year, I'm going to be 20 or 21 or 22 or 23 or 24 or 25 or 26. And I don't know who I'm going to marry, and I don't know what gender they'll be, but that's okay because genders are cool and sexualities are cool, and you just do you and I'll just do me, except maybe I'll do someone else, who knows. Also, that's not my Vesper. My Vesper is going to make you cry, I promise. It's not going to be fun.